All right, all right. Hey, everybody. Hello, hello. Happy Sunday. Hope y'all are doing well. I'm excited. I'm back home from Belgium. It was a really great trip. And hopefully y'all stay tuned on my social media channels to see how everything went. Tuned in a little bit, just a little bit to see how we were doing out there. We did some live trading. Of course, that was very fun. We actually did the event, the Matrix event, so that was really fun as well. Doing like a workshop vibe. I feel like that was really, really great because it was way more intimate. So it's one thing, y'all, to be able to do these type of things on the internet. It's a totally different vibe and energy when you are in the room, in the building with people. You're able to hear their stories. They're able to hear your story, but you're able to learn from someone else about their current experiences and stuff. So shout out to the whole Success Mastery team, all the women and men that are part of that made that event happen. I really appreciate the invite. And thank you all so very much for being so welcoming to my special guest, my sister Charity and my nephew Devin, who came and shared his story as a teenage retail trader. So yeah, I'm excited, y'all. I'm looking forward to the session for today. So as you all come on, please do me a favor, give me the thumbs up so that way we can let people know we are live. Again, it started. I feel like I thought this was sticking up. But yes, we can let people know we are live and going on right now. Thank you all so very much for jumping on. As a matter of fact, do me a favor also. If you are watching me live, give me in the comments, give me the city, the state, the country that you are viewing me from. If you're watching the replay, shout out to you for catching the replay. Put your city, your state, your country in the comments as well. And don't forget, y'all, if you have not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell, especially if you're not part of the Prosperity Cause community. Because if you're part of the Prosperity Cause community, more than likely you receive the email letting you know that I am live. If you're not part of the Prosperity Cause community, then guess what? You can join the community by going to the email, the website that is in the description of this video, and then just put in there, hey, trading. I want to learn about trading. Whatever it is that you want to learn more about from me that I provide with Prosperity Cause, by all means, just type that in the message, and then you'll get placed with the appropriate group to get the right information for you. So shout out to you. I see you. North Carolina is in the building. Thank you so very much. So as everyone else come on, do me a favor, just put your city, your state, your country, wherever you're tuning in from right now, whether you're watching live or the replay with all of us. All right. And then, like I said, hit that notification bell if you have not done so yet. So that way you know when I'm going live, because I do go live on Sundays doing these live market analysis. Okay. So look, get comfortable. Make sure you have your favorite drink. If you drink tea, get you some tea. If you want some water, cold drink, whatever, go get you a Coca-Cola, whatever you need to do. Okay, get your snacks, light your candle, put your music on, whatever you need, get comfortable right now. Y'all got my blanket right here. I'm in a hoodie because my this jacket with the hood on, I actually was thinking about zipping it up, but I'm like, I'm probably gonna get under the cover on this live, y'all. So I'm just letting you know right now. My family, my husband and daughter are like hot bodies, so the house be freezing at night. So every time I get on these live market analysis, by the time it's time for us to do this, they're in the bed already and it's cold in the house. So I have on like winter socks and my cover and jackets and everything on when I'm doing these with y'all. But anyway, so let's get to it. Okay, so here's the deal. We're going to go over our live market analysis. We're going to talk about Forex. Before I get into everything, I really want you to think about if there is something in particular that you would like me to look at in the market as far as marking it up live on this session. Whoever is first, I do this every time we get on here. Whoever is first, I want you to put it in the chat. Okay, you got to put it in the chat. So last month review, y'all. Let's get this thing rolling. We went 7-1. So we had 7 wins and we had 1 lesson in the market with our analysis. We actually reviewed gold, Okay, twice. We review US30 twice. We review Ethereum. CAD JPY was our lesson in the market. That just, it went up, but then it turned around and just went into this massive sale. So it went up about 40 something pips, but it didn't hit my established take profit point. So my profit target, it didn't hit that. It turned around and went into a sale. So that's why I said that is definitely a lesson in the market. NZD, CAD, and GBP USD. Those were the things that we reviewed last month. So we had, out of the 8 analysis that we did last month, because we only did 2 live market analysis in the month of May. So out of the 8 trades that we marked up, we got 7 correct, and then 1 was a lesson. And of course, I learned from that because I reviewed it again just to see what happened. And to be honest, it just wasn't really a good setup. So it's all good. You live and you learn, right? Can't win them all. So moving on to this week, what's coming up from June 9th to the 14th, we have the Australian bank holiday. That was today. They also had the European elections. That is today. That was today as well. So that's why there were red folders. You'll see that when I go to FOREX Factory really quick. You'll be able to see those 2 were our red folder news. So high impact news for today. And then we have Great Britain has their unemployment numbers coming out on the 11th of this week, as well as their GDP numbers come out on the 12th of this week. Why do we need to know what news is coming up like that is high impact or new to this YouTube channel and new to me? Shout out to you coming in from Atlanta. Thank you so very much for putting your city in the chat. All right, appreciate it. So the reason why you need to know these things, y'all, is because you don't want to get in the market and you're seeing everything is lining up and you don't know that news is about to hit. When news hit, especially if it's high impact or medium impact news, there is a possibility that it could turn around and go in the opposite direction of what you're anticipating. So you're honestly at like a 50% chance. It's like 50-50 that is going to go in your favor. Y'all, I'm not one of those people. I have learned the hard way, but I have learned that I don't like those odds. I want it to lean more in my favor. 50% is not good enough for me. So if it's a higher probability setup, there's low impact news, I'm all in. If it's high impact or medium impact, I'm not doing it. Shout out to you coming in from North Carolina. Thank you so very much for joining. So yeah, I don't see that. So I need you all to really start, if you're going to take trading serious, even if it's not in the foreign exchange market, if you're going to take crypto trading serious or trading in the stock market, like doing options trading, you have to know what is happening in the economy. That is a requirement. That's the main thing for us outside of our technical analysis here that we do. We check the news because we want to make more money than lose it. Okay. So the US CPI and federal funds rate, that's coming up on the 12th of this month. That's this week. Australia have their unemployment numbers on the 12th, and then the US has their unemployment numbers on the 13th. So everything that I'm showing you on the left-hand side of this screen, those are red folder, meaning high impact news that is coming up this week. You want to make sure that you're looking at the times of those things so that you're not in a trade or getting into a trade right before that news is scheduled to be released. Okay, save your money, y'all. But as we go through the whole process, the prosperity calls trading system, you'll be able to see why or how I came up with all of this information, because I'll show you the websites. So especially for my new people, y'all will get those websites and you'll be able to look at them. Okay. So now let's get to it. I'm going to remove this. And now we're going to share my screen so you all can see what I came up with. I already started with my list. I already have my list. I verified it already, but I'm just going to walk everybody through just really quick the websites so you all can see them. Okay. So if you are new and you have never, ever traded with me, like attended any of my recent 90-day trading boot camps, you haven't participated in a day trading one-on-one or, one-on-one training with me, anything like that, then guess what? I got you. I'll make sure you're good to go, because you'll be able to go back to my YouTube channel, y'all, if you want to know why I'm on the currency strength meter and how I'm coming up with these pairs and if I'm buying or selling and whatnot, you can go back to my YouTube channel and search for the how to know what to trade in the Forex market, parts 1 through 5. I go over all of this stuff super slow, y'all. Like part 1 is just the currency strength meter, right? That's how slow. I only do one thing at a time. Part 2 breaks down the next step in the system, which is the Forex factory and so on and so forth, okay? So go back, check that out. So that way, if you're like, Leona, you're going too fast for me, I got you covered. Go back and check out that series, parts 1 through 5, and that should definitely help you out with understanding why I come up with what I come up and why I trade what I trade. Okay, so on the currency strength meter, y'all, I'm going to hit refresh because the it may have changed, but this is what I saw when I created my list at like 8:55 p.m. Central Standard Time. Okay, so if it changed, hey, it is what it is, but these are still about the same. So the only one I don't have is the US dollar on here. Oh, and I don't have a Canadian dollar on here. So I have euro, pound, and Australian dollar. So these 3 were the strong ones. The US dollar, when I did this at 8:55 p.m. roughly Central Standard Time, it was 3 bars here, and it was 3 bars on the Canadian dollar. So for those who are new, what I'm doing here is I'm just pairing the currencies that we typically trade, that the majority of the world trades. Let me rephrase that. Majority of the world trades. I pair the strong ones with the weak ones. So 4 or more bars is strong. 1 or 2 bars is weak. If it's 3, I don't touch it because more than likely there will be, I would see like some consolidation in the market. I don't want to trade when it's consolidation, so I keep it moving. Okay. So there we go. So I have 9 currency pairs marked for my list, and that is Euro JPY because the yen is still weak like it was earlier. And of course, the franc and the New Zealand dollar. So I have the Euro paired with those 3. I have the pound paired with those 3, Japanese yen, franc, and New Zealand dollar. And I also have the Australian dollar paired with the yen, franc, and NZD. All 9 of those are considered to be a buy because the first currency of that pair is strong. Again, if you're like, Leona, how do you know that it's a buy? Go back. For my new people, go back. I thank you for joining me, but go back to that how to know what to trade in the Forex market series on my YouTube channel. And you can watch part 1, and I break this down very slow. Okay, so I have my list, and then I went to Forex Factory already, and I looked at today, of course, because I wanted to see if there was anything tonight that could impact possible trading. And because we had the elections today, I'm pretty sure in Europe, I'm pretty sure everything already balanced out. If it hasn't, then by all means, y'all, just move accordingly. Look at it tomorrow and not today, okay? But Australia has their bank holiday today. That's what was happening. So anything paired with the Australian dollar, it might not move like that. I personally don't trade anything. Like I said, red folders are considered to be high impact. If you hover over it on forexfactory.com, you hover over it, it's going to tell you high impact expected. For all of my new people, if you're wondering, like, Leona, I really want to understand, like, what does that news mean? Like, how is that important to me as a trader? All you got to do is just go over here to detail, y'all. Click on that, open detail, and then it tells you what you need to know. Okay, so why is it important? All right. And then same thing when you see the bank holiday or if you see an orange folder, because orange folders are considered medium impact. That's just as bad as high impact, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie. I've done it. I've had to learn my lesson the hard way with that because I was like, well, I mean, it's medium impact. It shouldn't be as bad as high impact. Listen, save your money, okay? But if you want to know what that means when it says when it shows an orange folder, again, just click on detail over here, hit open detail, and it tells you what that means, what that represents. Okay, why should you as a trader know what this is telling you? Okay, because it's going to impact your trading in some form or fashion. All right, so tomorrow, because I have the euro on my list, I have the pound, I have the Australian dollar, yen, franc, and New Zealand dollar, I want to make sure there are no red or orange folders with those currencies. So on tomorrow, everything that I have on my list for today, they're all yellow, okay? Or they're not appearing here, so that means there's no news at all as of right now that could potentially impact what I'm doing in the market at this time. So we're good to go. So now that's step 2. Every time I come to trade in the Forex market, y'all, I do these 3 steps because I want to see what the strength is of the currencies that I'm looking at, what news there may be, and then also if it legit is buying or selling, if it's in agreement with the currency strength meter. That's what I do up here. Okay, I've already done that. And then on top of that, my next step is investing.com. Okay, so in investing.com, I go up here to technical summary. As you can see, again, if you are new and you're like, Leona, you're going so fast, go back to my YouTube channel, y'all. Click on the series, How to Know What to Trade in the Forex Market, parts 1 through 5. This is part 3, where I'll go over investing.com. I take my time so that way y'all are good to go. Okay, so I already did my list. As you can see, I have it here. And the only one that showed buy across the board, because everything was supposed to be a buy, right? So the only one that showed buy across the board was GBP JPY. So that is one of the pairs that I'm going to mark up right here live with you all. For those of you that have been with me, y'all already know I'm going to mark up gold as well, because that's what I trade when it comes to Forex. And then if you all have 2 things, 1 or 2 things that you would like me to look at, feel free, drop it in the chat right now, because I'm about to go to TradingView. So if it's something in particular that you want me to look at and mark up, I will go do that. Okay. And then we'll get started. So now I'm going to go to GBP JPY first. There is something that I do called a top-down analysis. If you want to know more about that, y'all, again, that's in that series that I just mentioned, the How to Know What to Trade in the Forex Market. This is a requirement for me because I need to know. Okay, so that is a requirement for me. I don't know why this is froze up, so let me do this over again. Okay, there it goes. Okay, now we're good. It's not freezing anymore. Cool. Everything that I'm showing y'all too right now, all of this stuff is free. Okay, you don't need to pay for TradingView unless you want to do something spectacular or special. I don't do extra stuff, so you know I've been trading for 5 years and it's been working just fine for me. So with this top-down analysis, we're going to color code our horizontal lines because I want to know what color represents what time frame. Okay, so what do you mean by top-down analysis, Leona? So what I want to do is establish areas where price may potentially return to. This helps me with my entry. This helps me with establishing certain types of markets, whether it's trending, ranging, or a choppy market. Choppy markets we stay away from. This also helps me with establishing where I would like to exit the market. So potential profit areas, right? The top-down analysis helped me to do all of those things, y'all. So that's the reason why this is a requirement as part of my system before I even consider entering any trades, all right? So I marked the previous month high. This is the current month. We're in the month of June. So I'm going to mark the month of May, the high for that, meaning however high price went. Okay, the orange line represents the month. So this is my previous month high for the month of May. And then this down here, price went all the way down. So this little skinny line here, vertical line here, that's part of this candle. This is how far price eventually went down in the month of May. Okay, it just didn't stay there because the buyers came back in and pushed the price back up. So now I know that there is a potential. If GBP JPY were to sell, there is a possibility that at some point price could return to this area. Okay. So now I have my month high and my month low mark. Now I'm going to do the same thing for my week. Remember, y'all, please, if you can, if you know there is something that you want me to mark up, there's something that you favor more than others, like certain things that you like to trade, drop it in the chat now, because once I finish with gold, I'm not going to do any extra. So I'll just have gold and GBP JPY marked up. All right. So let's get to it. So now I'm going to do my week high and week low. So I'm going to take this North Carolina blue here. All right. And move it up here. Okay, hold on. Bam. And I'm going to lock this because I have a tendency to accidentally move my lines when I'm moving my screen. So this is the current week. This is where we are right now. Price hasn't really made a decision because the market has just opened up a few hours ago. Okay. But this is last week. This candle represents, okay. This is how TradingView try to get you to pay for it, y'all. All right. So this is the movement in the market for last week with GBP JPY. So overall, the market was selling last week. However, it didn't stay down this far. So this is how far it came down. So all I'm going to do is move my line up because I've already previously marked this up before. So now that I have my low for the week mark, I'm locking it. So now if I do move around and I accidentally hit it, it won't move from where it's at. Okay. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the day, y'all. If you're still with me, let me know. Say, I'm here, Leona. I haven't gone anywhere. I'm here. Type I'm here in the chat. If you're watching a replay, type I'm here in the comments. Okay. Let me know that you are still here. You with me. All right. So next, we're going to do our day high and day low, just like we did with the month and the week. Okay, so this yellow line represents my day. So now I'm going to just move this up to the high here. This is my high. So this is the current day. The market just opened up, y'all. So there's not a lot of movement that has happened at this time with GBP JPY. But this is Friday, okay, June 7th. So here's our high. Now I'm going to lock this so that way if I accidentally hit it, it won't move. And then price pushed down here, it just didn't stay. So however low it went, that's what I want to capture. So let me move this yellow line up to here. Okay, there we go. And now I'm going to lock it. So now I have my previous month high and low mark. I have my previous week high and low mark. And I have my previous day high and low mark. Me looking at this right now, this is telling me that there's going to be a lot of traffic. All right. And I would not be able to make big moves right now because everything is back to back. You got your previous month high up here, right? Yeah. Previous month high, previous week high, day low, week low. Like all of this is all together. So for me, I'm like, I might not be able to make much of a move. So looking at the overall picture on the day of GBP JPY, it was buying last week, but we see, or last month, I should say, last month, and then it started to sell and now consolidate, okay, on the day. So we're going to see if we have a similar picture on the 4 hour, and then that should let us know what we are doing. So when I come to the 4 hour, y'all, again, if you want to know, you know, how I'm identifying what type of market and how I'm placing my fib, all of that stuff that I'm about to do right now, go back to the series, y'all. If I'm confusing you, if it's like, oh my gosh, Leona, this is too much, it's going over my head, go back to the series. Check it out. It's totally free, okay? How to know what to trade in the Forex market, parts 1 through 5. That's going to help you out big time. Okay, so GBP JPY overall from last month, you see it was buying. And then we have kind of like this, it started to sell, but now it's consolidated. So we had a sell begin, had pulled back, sell again slightly, pull back up again, and then it dropped down. And now, instead of coming up and forming a new lower high and then creating a lower low, it has now consolidated. So that means right now with GBP JPY, I'm telling y'all, there is nothing we can do. There's no trade to take. because this market has to figure out what it's going to do. Okay. So in this case, I would not even consider a real serious buy. Let me just double check here. Yeah, I wouldn't consider a real serious buy until price breaks out of this day high or day low. Okay. It has to break out of this because there's nothing I can do. And that's for everyone. Seriously, y'all. Don't just jump in the market just because. Like, if it's not showing you that there's real movement and traction to say, yeah, I can go this direction, don't rush to jump in. Okay. So with that being said, there's a possibility that this may not move this week. There's a possibility it may move this week. We just have to see what the economy is telling us, because they do have some news with Great Britain. They do have some news happening coming up. Okay. So I see y'all still with me. So thank you so very much. I appreciate it. All right. I'm going to do my fib. And since I can do a sale, I barely get to mark sales live. So I'm actually excited. I don't know why, but I'm like, I finally get to mark a sale. I haven't been able to do a sale. Like, I've done it, but not as frequently as I'm able to identify these buys on the 4-hour time frame. So my fib setup is according to how I was taught by a person I respect greatly. His name is Curtis Cobain. He showed me how to use this fib along with thousands of other people. And I was like, man, this was a total game changer for me. So I appreciate it because this helps me to identify things in the market that I otherwise would probably miss had I not known how to utilize this field. So, oops, I'm doing a sale, not buy. See what I'm saying, y'all? I'm so used to doing the buy, my brain automatically goes to change the color to green. So when I do my fibs, y'all, I mark everything red because that reminds me I'm looking for a sale opportunity. So right now, this is the 50% and the 61.8%. This is considered our golden zone. So price makes a decision here. It's either typically, because I'm marking for a sale, I'm looking for price to come here and then create a bearish candlestick pattern because I trade candlestick patterns. I'm looking for a bearish candlestick pattern to appear either within this golden zone or below this golden zone and then push back down. Okay, that's what I'm looking for here. But as you can see, the market is just staying in this area. Okay, it's above, in it, below it. It's not really making a decision. So that tells me there's nothing I can do at this time. So I got that. I'm going to lock this in place so that way I don't accidentally move it. Oops, it was up already. All right. So I have that, and now I'm going to identify what we would call a supply zone. If you don't understand supply and demand, that is something that I actually teach during my trading boot camps, during my trading workshop, and also for the self-paced day trading one-on-one. That's a 30-day course. It's pretty cheap for people who are very busy and want to do self-paced training. Okay, so that's available too, but I teach this on there as well about supply and demand, so you understand all of that. So now I have my supply zone marked, I have my golden zone marked, so now I can remove my Fibonacci. Okay, I can remove that, and now I can look at the market and say, what is the market telling me to do right now? Can I enter a trade or not? All right, so on the 4-hour, right now, we already established, because we have this day high and day low right here, and the market is pretty much consolidating in a sense in this area. There's no moves to be made. However, I'm going to mark for when it is available, when it does happen. So I have my current candle here identified. The way I trade with the candlestick patterns, I only trade on the 1 hour. I don't do lower time frames because that doesn't really give a clear reading of or more accurate reading of the market. So it could be a lot of noise, and we don't need that. We want as much accuracy as possible because we want the market to lean more in our favor to the best of our ability. All right. So like I said, on the 4 hour, y'all, because this supply zone right here, I'm not going to lie. I won't be looking for this for a buy. Okay. I would have to miss this. I'm just telling y'all now. I would have to miss this because this is too much traffic. What do I mean by traffic? Check this out. This is a form of resistance. This day high is a form of resistance. Guess what? This supply zone is also a form of resistance because price could come up here, consolidate again, and push back down. Okay? So this is like a second line of defense. So if price does push through this golden zone, our 50%, our 61% zone here, if it pushes through here, this is like a second line of defense for a price to potentially reverse and push back down into a sell. So therefore, I can't in good conscience say, yes, price is going to continue to go up because now we have an area where price may slow down or where my price may reverse. Is there a possibility that could just blow through straight through that? Yes, it is. But I'm going to tell y'all something. From 5 years of experience trading and multiple blown accounts, and thank God I've been able to make the money back. But I'm going to tell y'all something. I don't go off of guessing and whatnot. I go off of data. So whatever my data tells me from the past, that's how I'm moving forward. And if I'm seeing this, and we have a week high, and we have a month high, all of this in the same area, y'all, I'm not looking to buy this until, guess what? It has cleared this month high. At first, I was like, on the 4 hour, oh yeah, we got some room to go. But now we have the supply zone here. I'm not doing it. You are an adult if you're watching me, or if you're a teenager that's been trading with me, then guess what? You know what to do and what not to do. It is your account. Do what you will. But I'm going to tell y'all now, I will not be looking to trade GBP, JPY for a buy anytime soon because it's too much traffic, and that's a possibility of me losing money. So therefore, that's what I would do. I would wait for a price. Oh, man, I did the wrong thing. My bad. I'm supposed to be doing this. Okay, so I will be waiting for GBP, JPY to clear through all of this. Okay, break through here, this month high, retrace down, meaning push back down to this month high area somewhere. Okay, form a new bullish candlestick pattern to tell me that price now or GBP, JPY have more buyers in the market than sellers, and then confirm that move. And then once it confirms that move, now I can take it to the upside. Okay. I'll establish a take profit point, but I just want to show y'all that's what I'm looking for. I am not playing around in a buy here because it's too much traffic. Resistance here, resistance, 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 resistance. That would mean I would be stuck in a trade forever. I am a day trader. I don't want to be in a trade, especially in the FOREX market, for days at a time. If I can be in it 24 hours or less, that is ideal. I'll stretch it to 48 hours, but that's it. If I have to be in there longer than 48 hours in a trade in a FOREX market, that's a problem. Okay, that's a problem for me. All right, FOREX for me, I just don't feel like you need to be in it that long. But everybody's different. So if you're not a day trader, if you're a swing trader or position trader, then by all means, trading the candlestick patterns will definitely work for you, and you can look for longer plays with greater risk to reward. Okay, so like I said, y'all, this is what I'm doing. I'm not looking to buy in here at all. I want the buy to come up here, push back down, form a new bullish candlestick pattern, and confirm above this previous month high here. Then I can take the trade for a buy. If that doesn't happen, I'm not doing GBP JPY for a buy. I personally am not doing GBP JPY for a buy. Leona is not doing GBP JPY for a buy if it does not do this. Everybody got it? If you got it, give me a yes in the chat. If you're watching a replay, give me a yes in the comments if that makes sense to you. Put a yes in the chat if you're on live. Put a yes in the comments if you're watching a replay if that makes sense to you. You can do what you want to do, but Leona will not enter a trade with GBP JPY for a buy unless it does something like this. Okay. So there we go. All right. I see you. Appreciate it. So that's the buy. Like I said, I will do, excuse me, y'all. My nose is like running or something. But I will mark a take profit area, like a profit target for this. I will do that, but I also want to show you all the sale as well. So here's the deal with the sale. So since we have our golden zone here, okay, I will be looking for a similar thing to occur for price to push down, come back up to this zone somewhere in here or around it, below it, form a new bearish candlestick pattern, and then confirm below this 5618 zone, and then take it for, bam, there we go. Nope. Why is it not doing it? Okay, let me do this over because I don't mess it up. All right, so down, retrace back up, so pull back up to this zone here, and then push down. Now I'm going to tell y'all right now, for me personally, depending on what the risk to reward is, I may wait until it comes down here. It would just have to show me risk to reward. So whatever the market does, that'll determine if this is a profit area or if this previous week low, the profit area. So we can do so like, let's just say hypothetically here, that's about 50 pips. So if a movement happened, it may cut that down by like 25 to 30 pips. So this would not be a profit area for me. Most definitely here would be a profit area, because that would mean for me, there we go. That would mean for me, y'all, in seeing that, I would need price to do this. So it would need to clear this previous day low here, push down, retrace back up somewhere in here, okay? Form a new bearish candlestick pattern, confirm below this previous day low, and then this is my profit area. So this is my take profit one. I'm going to establish that now by putting my text up there, TP1 for sale. Okay? Now, for those of you that are new to me and you have not heard this before, y'all, I'm not a financial advisor nor a licensed trader. I'm a student like most of you, and all I do is share things that has worked for me. I share strategies and systems that work for me. If it works for you, awesome. If it doesn't, it's okay. All right. That's why I always tell everybody, do your own due diligence when it comes to trading, because this is an individual sport. All right. Your success and failures are all on you. This is like having your own personal side hustle. All right. Or if you want to make this a full-time gig, this is your full-time business. All right. Whatever it is. So it's all on you. You got to make sure you do your own research in anything that is shared with you pertaining to day trading, because I definitely am not the end all be all with it. Okay. So with that being said, this will be my take profit one for the sale. And then I'm going to look for another area to see if I could find a second profit area. Okay, so I got all this over here. So let me make this a bit bigger. So since I know my week low is 1, I see I have another one here. And here's what will help some of you that are new to trading. Using the line chart may help you, okay, to be able to see what I see. If you want to know how I'm establishing my take profit points, again, go to that series I mentioned, how to know what to trade in the Forex market. I actually go over how I identify my take profit points, because with this sale, I'm looking for something I call valleys, the letter V. Okay, this is a V. This is a V. Okay. Sometimes we'll see a U. That just means that we have some doji candles in there, y'all. So that's indecision in the market. But that means, that tells us the more times we see these V's hit in the same area, more likely more than likely price is going to return to that area at some point. Okay. So the more times we have that happening, the stronger that area is. So 2 or more touches in one area, we're looking at that for a potential profit target for us. Okay. So this one has 1, 2, and let's see if there's anything back here. Yep. 3, 4. All right. So that's 4 touches right there. So I'm going to do a second profit area here. Excuse me. And I'm just going to clone this and then make this TP2. Okay. And so if you want to do a third profit area, by all means, do what you do. But I'm just going to do 2 for now. And that way we have that. Okay. So we got take profit 1, take profit 2 for a sale. Now we're going to do the same thing for the buy. I want to look for something I call peaks, like on a mountain. Okay. So it's an upside down V, or it's a pointy hat, whatever you want to call it. That's what I'm going to be looking for. Okay. And I'm not seeing it on the 1 hour. So I'm just going to go to a higher time frame and see if I can find it. And I believe, y'all, GBP, JPY, this must have been an all-time high. I'm all the way on the day in September of 22. Okay, so if this happens, guess what, y'all? Let me go back to the 1 hour. We don't have anything to go off of. We don't. So guess what? I can't take a buy because this will be going back to an all-time high. So I actually cannot mark anything for a profit area for GBP JPY. If there is an all-time high, I look for a sale. That's just me. I prepare for a sale because more times than not, the market sells off, which is what happened over here. We have our high, which is this previous month high here. That was the all-time high. And then it hit a little bit lower than the all-time high with this previous week high. And then price sold off. Okay. And now it's just consolidating, which tells me that the market has to make a decision on if it's going to create a new all-time high or if it's going to continue with the sale and go back into sale mode. I am personally not going to take that risk with all of this traffic right here. You can do what you want to do. If you want to do a trailing stop, if it surpasses this previous month high, you can do that if you want. But Leona will not do it. All right. I'm sorry, y'all. I love you, but I'm not doing it. I like to keep more money than I lose in the market. All right. I'm fine with lessons. I'm just not fine with a whole lot of them unnecessarily. That's that. Okay. So now we have GBP, JPY. That one is marked. And remember, y'all, I'm personally looking for a sale. I'm not looking for a buy because this was an all-time high. There's no data for me to go off of to say where price could potentially go because this is the high here, okay? And there's too much traffic in between where price is right now and that previous month high. I don't want to risk it. I'm conservative, but I'm still risky. So guess what? I'll leave it alone, okay? I'm on look for a sale with GBP JPY. All right, y'all. So GBP JPY is done. If you need to take a screenshot, take a screenshot, or you can just simply come back and watch this again. Fast forward to this point. We've been on here how many minutes so far? 43 minutes. Oh my gosh, I gotta hurry up, y'all. I did not realize we've been on here that long. Okay, let me hurry up. So gold is up next, and I haven't seen anybody type anything in the chat. So that means once I mark up gold, if y'all don't have anything marked, I'm moving right along. I'm telling you now. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. All right. I got to get some of this stuff off of here. I forgot to delete this. I should have did that earlier. I looked straight at gold and forgot to get this stuff off of here. That's my bad, y'all. Because this is a new month. I didn't get to trade last week. Last week was super duper busy for me. Oh my goodness. It was so busy for me. So I didn't get to put any trades in at all last week while I was in Belgium. But it's all good because I'm home now and I get to check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Okay, so let's get this stuff off, and then we're gonna mark up gold. Do my top down analysis on here. I don't want to take all my stuff off because I have stuff marked because I do invest in gold. So that's why I don't want to delete the whole thing, because I'm pretty sure somebody like, Leona, you can just delete all of it. I'm not deleting all of it. I appreciate you, but I'm not deleting all of it because I invest. I'm about to do it anyway. Because I invest in gold. So I got some stuff on here from last year that I want to keep. Okay. All right. So I'm going to delete this one, and I'm going to make this, I'm going to make this my high because this is last month. Bam. So this is last month high. If y'all want to see, I'm going to make this a bit wider. Okay, there we go. That should be better for everybody. And then I'm going to move this up. This is last month low. So this is how low price went. So y'all, we had a new all-time high last month for 24.50, my bad, 24.50. So this is where gold has went to as a new all-time high. And we should be preparing for a sale, continuation for the sale, unless, because people are panicking in the market and still kind of confused as to what is going to happen here in the future in the United States. So guess what? You may still experience another high. There's a possibility of that happening. All right. Because investors are like, what the heck, man? We need this election to hurry up and happen. They like, we need this election to hurry up so that way we know who's going to be president, and then we can move accordingly. All right. So now I'm going to do my week high. Okay. And then we're going to do week low, previous week low. Got that. I'm going to lock that in place. So this is the current week. This is what we have going on right now. The market is buying at the moment for this week, but it did close in a sale last week. All right, cool. And then we're doing our day. So our previous day high and previous day low is the same as the week. So that means I'm deleting this, and now I know my previous day and week, day and week high and low are the same. Okay. So got that. Before I do that, just so you all can see, the market has been moving somewhat, like it's almost ranging. So we'll see if it comes back down to this previous month low, then it definitely is ranging within on the daytime frame. Okay. So right now I wouldn't consider it completely ranging until the market either pushes down here, and closes above, or closes right on it or whatever, but it touches this previous month low here. Okay. Then I'll be like, okay, we're in a full-blown range on the day chart. All right, cool. So now going down to the 4 hour. So I marked last week, I believe it was last week or the week before, I marked the field for the sale. That's why I have my supply zone here. As you can see, price did come up, created this new all-time high. Came above the supply zone a bit, hovered in it and around it, and then finally just dropped. Okay. So what I would be anticipating is, I don't see my 5618. That is weird. Yeah, that is weird. Hold on 1 second, y'all, because I don't know how I don't have that. Oh, yeah, I didn't. So I didn't do the buy. I had to have done this for a long time ago. Because I'm like, why I'm not seeing the thing? Interesting. Okay. Well, anyway, I am still anticipating gold still selling. So let me just see what it shows here. So this supply zone needs to come down just a little bit with what this has going on. Oh, I gotta unlock it. If y'all still with me, let me know you're still with me. I'm hurrying up with gold. I want to just lock it in place. And I will actually, oh shoot, my bad. And I will actually, did I move it too much? There we go. And then I actually will do a buy as well to see where price could push back up to. Okay. All right. Big. So got that. And now we'll do 5618 for the sale. I'm going to fix it, y'all. Just give me a second. Because I see that it went down too low. There we go. So as you can see, price already came back in this area. And it pushed back down. So now I have that complete. I'm going to do the buy next. And I just want to see where it could potentially go. I might not keep it on here, y'all, just because I don't want to have too much stuff on my chart. So just bear with me. Give me a second. Give me a second. All I need is a second. That's the Cray, by the way, for those of y'all that don't know. That's like one of my favorite songs from him. Okay. 5618 here. So it looks like it did complete all of that already. Yeah, it pushed through it and then it came back down. So that buy, if this were to buy, y'all, we would definitely need to see it clear. For my people who do who use candlestick patterns like myself, we would need to see it clear out of this demand zone. These two green lines here is our demand zone. So we would need to see price clear up out of here, push to the upside, and there is a possibility that price could slow down a bit, maybe like just hover in here for a while, because you got a potential buy and sell like almost overlapping. So you could see it come up here, slow down a bit, then make a decision to push on back up, or it could just blow straight through it and then come back down because it is, or keep going and just push back up into a buy and then create that new all-time high. So there are endless possibilities, y'all, with trading, especially with what we're seeing here. Unique thing about gold goes off of the mindset of the investors. Okay. So if the investors are like, hey, I have no idea what's going on, we just really need to figure out what's going on in the economy. They don't like the way they're feeling. More than likely, they're going to buy. Okay, they're going to buy gold. But if they have a bit of confidence in the US dollar, that's when you see the sale. So right now, what this should be telling you as a person that's potentially going to trade gold at some point or invest in gold at some point, right now, the big investors are saying they have a bit more confidence in the US dollar and the strength of it. And that's the reason why we're seeing more of a selling market with gold at the moment. Okay. So for me personally, I would not do a sale with gold until it clears this previous week and day low, as well as this previous month low. All right. So let me put my line here, and I'm going to drop down to the hour. And now I can make this a bit bigger, y'all, so we can all see. So these lines are not, or these candlesticks are not super tiny. Okay. So what I want to see is price push down past this previous day and week low and this previous month low. So this is too much traffic. This is not enough room for me to make money, for my risk to reward to be at least a 1 to 2. So what I want to see, because of this, what I want to see is price do this. Just like I shared with the other one, with GBP JPY, I want to see price push down, come back up to this monthly previous month low, form a new bearish candlestick pattern, confirm below, and then push on down. Okay. And now I'm going to look for a potential profit area. If I don't see anything on the 1 hour here in a minute, I'm going up to a higher time frame. Because gold has been buying for a while. Okay, there we go. So to help y'all out, I can eyeball on the candles, but you know, some people can't, so it's all good. So I'm going to change it to a line chart, and then I'm going to just identify, okay, that's not where I was putting it. Okay. So again, if you want to know how I did this, why I'm placing it here, go back to that series, the how to know what to trade in the Forex market. Go back to that, y'all. Parts 1 through 5. It breaks everything down step by step. Each part of my trading system has one session, okay? So part 1 covers the currency strength meter. Part 2 covers Forex Factory. Part 3 covers investing.com, so on and so forth. So if you need a slowed version of what I'm showing tonight, go back to that, y'all. It's totally free. Check it out. It should help you out, okay? And if you feel like there's something for you, then by all means, stick around. I have a lot of stuff coming up that you can participate in to get more educated on it and also have that time with me outside of YouTube, okay? So this would be a profit area here. And then I'm going to establish one more, because that's 1, 2, so that's 2. Let me see. That's now. And this is where the market was just like super small, like not a lot of movement going on here on that day. So I would do these two and then close that out. All right. So I have 2 potential sell areas. I'm going to tell y'all, just like I tell my students, it's totally up to you what you do, but I look for a risk to reward ratio of at least 1 to 2. Okay, if whatever profit area I'm looking at, if it doesn't give me that, I don't do it. Okay, I don't do it. I don't take the chance of trading it. So this is potential TP1 for the sale. Okay. And then I'm going to do another one saying TP2. Okay. You do whatever your trading strategy tells you to do, y'all. Okay. But this is what I do. This works for me and has been working for me for the past almost 2 years. Trading the candlestick patterns and identifying my profit areas the way that I identify them. All right. So there we have that. And I'm going to tell y'all, I would wait for price to clear this demand zone. So same thing. We want to see price come up, pull back down, form a new bullish candlestick pattern, and then take it to this golden zone here, okay? So you can actually use the bottom of this golden zone if the risk to reward gives you at least a 1 to 2, okay? If it doesn't, guess what? You just adjust, because you can use the bottom of this demand zone here. I don't know why this is not letting me click it. There we go. You can use the bottom of this demand zone or the top of this demand zone as your take profit 1, okay, for this buy. As long as one of these gives you a risk to reward ratio of 1 to 2, okay? And then if anything, if it clears both of those, the bottom and the top of that, then guess what? We're going to use the bottom of the sell portion for this 5618 zone, okay? If this does not give you a risk to reward of at least 1 to 2, then you can use the top of this as well, okay? And then I know someone is wondering, like, why the bottom, not the top, Leona? Because price could hit here and then push down, okay? It could hit here and then push down. It may not necessarily come all the way to the top. So that's why I always use the bottom first, and then the top is typically my second option. All right. So that is gold marked up for you all. So since I have not seen anyone type anything else in the chat as to what you would like me to review and mark up, that is going to be it, y'all. Those are the only two that I'm marking up for tonight because it is 10 o'clock. So hopefully this helps you. I would say keep an eye out for it. What I normally do, y'all, I normally come back to this particular live, and then I'll type in the comments what happened, okay? So if both of them eventually hit the take profit, I'll give you the date and time that everything has been executed. If it doesn't and it goes in the opposite direction or whatnot, then guess what? I put, what is this? Oh, that's the thing. I also put, if it didn't hit the profit area and if it's a lesson in the market. So it's not like I can hide it because I'm doing this live for y'all. So you can come back and see it. So that's why I just type it in there, what happened. So with that being said, we're going to wrap this up. I'm going to give you the last piece to this, just so you all know some of the upcoming events. If you have not purchased your ticket for the upcoming trading workshop that starts tomorrow, you have 1 hour, less than 1 hour actually, less than 1 hour to purchase your ticket. If you don't get it this time, that's perfectly fine, y'all. There are other things that are available to you, like let's say you want to do self-paced. Well, guess what? You can do the day trading one-on-one. That is 30 days of Forex trading instruction. Okay, so every single day for 30 days, you get information teaching you about Forex trading. There's a whole lot in there that you can get. So if you missed the 90-day trading bootcamp that's going on right now, if you missed the trading workshop because your schedule doesn't allow it, or your money kind of funny, you can't afford it at this time, right? It's not a priority for you. That's fine. Opt in for the day trading one-on-one. That's $99, y'all, for 30 days of information. And this way you can see if this type of trading is for you. Okay, so that's an option. But the trading workshop starts tomorrow. And if you want to know more information, just simply scan this QR code, or you can go to prosperitycalls.com to learn more about the trading workshop, to see the times, what's being provided during that workshop for you. Okay, this is available to U.S. and international residents. So that's why we have the times that we have, because I do have students that have learned with me from Belgium, Ireland, Canada, outside of the United States. So just something to keep in mind, y'all. Next month, I may do a trading workshop. Now, listen, y'all, there has to be a demand for it for me to do it. If it's not a demand for it, like if I don't have people saying, hey, I'm ready for it or whatever, I'm not going to do one next month. I can finish focusing on the students for the 90-day trading bootcamp because they graduate on the 31st of July. Okay. And you're invited if you want to attend and see what they've been able to accomplish over a 90-day period. So that would be my focus. So unless there is like, hey, we really need it, and there's a substantial number of people that want to participate in that trading workshop, by all means, that's when I'll do it. Outside of that, right now, my focus would definitely be on the students of the Day Trading Bootcamp. There are other things available, y'all. Just scan the QR code if you want that one-on-one experience. You don't do groups well. You need some trading education according to your schedule because your schedule is a little hectic or whatever. That's where that one-on-one 6-week intensive trading bootcamp comes in. But just know, to some people it's cheap, to some people it's not. So I can't count your pockets. I don't know how much money you have, but just click the link or scan that QR code right there. Check it out, okay? There's also a link in the bio to let you know what all I have available, and you can check out those landing pages, get more information. So our next live market analysis is not until June 23rd, because remember, y'all, I'm doing a 90-day trading boot camp and I don't want to overwhelm myself. So I have sessions on Sundays, 2 of them on Sundays at 3 and 7 p.m. Then I turn around and I come here at excuse me. Then I come here at 10 p.m. Eastern to do this live market analysis for y'all for free. So listen, I'm not going to burn myself out. And so I have to pace myself and do these live market analysis at least every other week. Okay. So yeah, so the next one won't be until the 23rd. Hit that notification bell, y'all. Hit that subscribe button as well. And if you want to join the Prosperity Calls community, you can click the link in my description of this video. So that way you can join the community. Just make sure you type trading, or I want to trade, or I want to learn how to trade, whatever you're comfortable with. Okay. Put that in the message, and then we'll know to get you all of our trading information. Okay. So these are the next 2 live market analysis that we have coming up. And that is it. I hope that you all have a wonderful evening. Thank you all so very much for tuning in. I appreciate y'all for jumping on here live, and also for the people who are watching the replay. Thank you all so very much. I hope y'all have a wonderful evening. Really great trading week. Let's get to it. Don't jump into the market. Be strategic, be smart, be patient, okay? And be disciplined. Those things are what's going to help you to become consistently profitable in any market that you are looking to trade in or invest in. All right. So that is it, y'all. I'm going to leave y'all with my favorite quote, and that's from the legend. His name is Arthur Ashe, and he says to start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. Y'all have a great week, and I will see y'all next time. Bye, y'all.